Storyclast. What's up? Sambash here at the end of day 3 of the trial of the Ancestors League. Not even going to show you any gameplay this time because it is exactly the same as the last update video. Unfortunately, I have not yet managed to make the switch to skeletons and iron mass at the end of the day here. Very poor. Trying to save up enough for an Aegis. That's the thing I'm really waiting on to be able to make the switch to the skeletons, because I can't really go crit on the skeletons until I get the Aegis with the way I have the build set up, because I would just be stretched too thin on passives. So I'm really trying to save up for an Aegis, but we're not finding anything big. Still, the biggest items I've found were 70 and 75 chaos are the two biggest items I've found so far this league. This divine just came from an exchange with another person on change for an item. Still haven't found a divine orb, but I've found 3 exalts. So that's unfortunate. We did get a couple of things we need though to work toward the skeletons. We got this ancient skull with the mana reservation corrupt, and grabbed a perfectly rolled iron mass. So those are really good, but I really just kind of need that Aegis before I feel like trying to switch the build. One thing I will note is one of the issues I was going to be having this build was it was going to be really hard to fit in resists because I was going to be using so many uniques. You know, I was going to be using Aegis, which only gives 10 all res, Fleshcrafter, no res, Triad Grip gloves I'm going to be using, no res, Ancient Skull, no res. It was going to be really hard to get all of the res I need while also getting the attributes I need, because like most summoner builds, if you're wanting to run stuff like haste and determination, I was going to end up being way under on strength and dexterity. However, I discovered one of the new tattoos is this honored tattoo of the Tuatara that turns a small attribute passive into 4 all attributes. So far, just to help with the stuff I've currently been doing, I've applied it to 10 of my passives here, my intelligence passives, to turn them into 4 all attributes, and I'm planning on doing it to 10 more, so I'll have 20 of those tattoos active. That will make it vastly easier to solve my attribute things. It'll make it so I only need one single strength roll on a, or rather one single dex suffix on one of the pieces of gear, so that'll make it so I actually have suffixes left over to cap all my res and hopefully actually get good chaos res, which I'm going to need because at the end of the day I'm going to have like an evenly split like 2600 life and energy shield pool, and that's not a lot of life under the energy shield to deal with chaos damage, so I'm going to be able to want to fit in some chaos res, and finding out these tattoos will solve my attribute problems is going to make that possible. But no gameplay for today because it's exactly the same. As far as overall progress goes, we've filled out all of the regular maps on the Atlas. I have the bonus for everything all the way up through the T16s. We've killed Eater and Exarch. I'm working on collecting 10 bosses for Maven right now for the final regular Maven invite. I've done a Minotaur, I've done a couple of synthesis maps that I got from Kirak. So we're making nice progress there. We're continuing to delve. Haven't found an all yet, unfortunately. I'm really hoping this build can even do alls. I've never tried all on a minion build before, and I don't know if they actually just make it like impossible to do the phase where he sends the statues running in the circle, because if they pop them on the pods, then that just kind of ruins the fight. So we'll have to see if that's doable with minions. I really hope it is, because delve is one of the main things I selected for a moneymaker this league. We did sell a couple nice fossils for 55C each. Fossils on day 3 here are sort of just starting to become things people are looking at. So we're going to keep getting lots of them, hopefully, and the value will go up. Right now I'm into Metamorph, Essences, and Delve for my main things, and then of course Red Altars, Exarch stuff. I've got Synthesis just so I have the chance to drop Synthesis maps, and I'm working my way over here to also eventually grab Shaper Elder maps and Conqueror maps. That's generally what I like to do. On my Atlas, I generally like to have all 3 of these just so I can get lots of Guardian maps and stuff as I play, because that's a nice little bit of extra profit or just fun content to run. So that's how things are going here at the end of day 3. No gameplay updates to share because it's exactly what you saw yesterday, but we hopefully will soon be able to make the switch to the skeletons. I really just want that Aegis to make it happen. I could switch to the skeletons anytime here with the Iron Mass, but without crit, I don't think that the damage boost of the skeletons over the SRS will be sufficient to make up for the convenience that I'll lose by making that switch, because obviously that's going to mean no more trigger weapon, which is annoying. Skeletons don't zip around and clear wide AoEs as fast in general. So I really want the Aegis so that I can do the full crit setup before I switch to skeletons. So that's the plan going forward. Thank you guys for watching and stay tuned. I'll keep you updated. See you later.